Hey everybody, how are you doing? So today's video is about Kehinde Willie, and he was born in 1977 in Los Angeles. His father was an architect and his mother saw that he had a lot of talent for art, so she enlisted him in art classes at the age of 11. Isn't that amazing? So before we go on to this, I am a painter and architect, and I do videos about art and art history, so keep on enjoying this. So going back to Kehinde, he did his high school in the Los Angeles County Art School, and he finished his MFA at the Yale University of Art. His biggest influences were Constable and Gainsborough. Now those are really big influences, and you can see that amazingly in his work. Now his whole concept is very interesting. He started by finding a mugshot, analyzing that mugshot, and seeing it as a portrait so that you can elevate things from the mundane world and put them in a very high position. And he was noted by the art curator and art representative Jeffrey Deitch, which gave him the first New York solo show that he had in New York, and also started representing him. And his process and technique is very complex. He starts by scouting the streets, maybe of Los Angeles and New York, looking for people who are very interesting, mainly young men of color, and giving them a position and giving them a platform where they can shine. And typically this platform is based on paintings from the Renaissance and from the old masters, and you can see that very deep history engraved on it, but with a very contemporary feel to it. VH1 commissioned Willie to paint portraits of famous hip-hoppers in his style, and he took historical references, and for example he painted Ice-T as Napoleon, giving him this very regal look. He was the first black artist to paint the official portrait of a president, and he was commissioned to do that in 2017, where he painted the portrait of President Barack Obama, making this a very historical marking in the world of art. He works now at his studio in Brooklyn, where he has an array of artists working in his background, while he then comes over and paints the figures. Now this is a very good testament that you don't have to do everything alone. You can rely on collaborations, and that is very good for artists to know, because most of the times we are working at our studio alone, and it would be much better if we went out there, searched other artists and influences, and incorporated in our work. Now, what I like the most about his work is the way he uses classical techniques and conventions of Western historical art to portray men and women of color and put them in a very historical position, and also wearing their streetwear and being contemporary with that very modern feel to it. And this shifts the racial imbalances of art and media. That is what we need right now, and he is doing an amazing job. Okay, so that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please subscribe, leave a like or a comment, and hit the notification bell so that you know when new content is being uploaded. See you on my next video.